Welcome to the Dope Ass Aunties podcast,
where we've been dope since Cash Money was taken over for the 99 and the 2000s.
or since Christina Aguilera has had the genie in the bottle.
I'm Auntie Yaya.
I'm Auntie Nikki.
And welcome to our show. Oh, Auntie Nikki, what?
I'm sorry. It was the turban for me. I love it though.
Thank you.
You know, I have a burgundy one, okay?
You know, I love a good turban with a nice kimono. I felt
You
it
might
felt
see
my
me
fringes.
with it on.
Yeah,
Okay.
let him
Okay.
see you. We're gonna be covering first dates today.
First dates. Dun, dun, dun.
You know, I think it's the new year, so Valentine's Day is around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
You may have manifested a new love interest or someone you're digging. So let's talk about first dates. Let's jump right on in.
Okay.
So today we are tackling first dates. We're going to share our horror stories, some good stories, and then give some advice.
Okay. Got
So
it.
let's dive into some horror stories. So first dates can be very nervous, right?
Very.
This is our first time meeting someone who we may decide to bump uglies with.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to go on this first date, see what they own, and get on about our lives.
Yes. I do have a horror story because, as you know,
Mm-hmm.
I did a little dibble and dabble on online dating.
Why?
You know, after experiencing it, I asked myself the same question. But you know, I'm starting to get in the game of dating.
Okay.
So that was the first try.
I love that for a first try.
Yeah, it didn't work out.
Oh, no.
I had a penitentiary bae and then
Okay.
a nurse bae.
Okay.
And of course,
That is a vast difference.
right.
Penitentiary
Spectrum.
and a nurse. Was the nurse working at the penitentiary that
No.
they was at?
No.
No, that would have been a Tyler Perry movie.
And penitentiary bae was out. But
he wasn't
had-
in the penitentiary.
Absolutely not.
Okay,
How was he
girl.
getting online access to dating?
Have you
in
seen
the
Love
penitentiary?
After Lockup?
I have not. I'm
They
gonna
do
have to
it.
watch. Oh, okay.
They be
Well,
having whole relationships. I think it's called J Date.
and a jail date? Is that what the J is for?
I'm going to assume.
Okay.
I've never tried it, but Love After Lockup is like one of my favorite guilty pleasures. And girl, they be coming out.
Oh wow.
So, okay, good. Penitentiary Bay was not doing penitentiary time, and you will not be featured on next season of Love After Lockup.
No, I will not.
Continue.
So, penitentiary bae, he had been in prison for 24 years.
Bitch.
So I had to exit stage left on that because I was not prepared.
You're not
And
going
I-
to glaze over that.
You know, I asked him, did he feel like he needed therapy after being locked up for so long?
Institutionalized.
And this motherfucker said, no, I actually think I need to give advice. Like, sir, red flag. Red
But
flag.
maybe he can give advice on how not to go to penitentiary. But
right.
he's not going to be a therapist without training.
That was the red flag.
Oh,
And
yeah,
for
that
you
would
to
be one
think
for me,
that you
too.
don't need, you know, therapy in immersing yourself in society, I don't know.
So that wasn't even a date.
No.
Or he told you this on the date.
No, we did not end up going on a date at all because he could not even figure out where to take me on a date.
Nicole, he's
And
been
then
locked
I
up for 24 years.
That's what
Auntie
I'm
Nikki.
saying. Red flag. I had to come up with the idea of what we were going to do because his suggestion was going to the movies, which why would you go to the movies on a first date? You're supposed to be getting to know each other. We're going to sit in the dark in silence and watch a movie.
Okay, so that's Auntie Jim number 1. No movies on the first date because you do want to get to
Right.
know that person, and sitting in a movie in the dark
It's not it.
unless you want to get fondled. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then the second suggestion he had was going to the beach.
To do what?
At 9 p.m.? Absolutely not.
What happens at the beach at 9 p.m.?
Yeah. So, penitentiary baby. To the left.
Okay. To the left, to the left.
So then nurse babe.
Okay.
We were going back and forth for some time. And then
Okay.
we finally agreed that we were going to meet. Our first date was at Dave & Buster's, which I'm not mad. We have to decide if we want to go further with this. I don't plan on it being at crustaceans or something.
I do.
Oh, okay. So the initial date was terrible.
Okay.
And never saw him again, and it was mutual.
So why was it terrible?
First of all, them teeth were so overwhelming because
Ooh.
he got his teeth done. They were like capped or something. They were doing a lot. Very aggressive, very big, very aggressive. He kept looking through me, like not at me, like he was like,
show me how he looked at you. Look at me. Show me.
so he's talking to me because he did all the talking. Definitely a narcissist. He did all the talking, and while he's talking, he's like doing this to people at the bar at Dave and Buster's. Like he's not really engaged.
Maybe he'd been to the penitentiary too.
Maybe
Keeping his head on a swivel.
Yeah, maybe he had to make sure everything was everything.
Okay.
Maybe people are after him. I don't know.
Okay, so big teeth, failure to concentrate on you when you speak, and he talked a lot.
He was very caught up on himself.
Okay, that sounds terrible. Did he pay?
He did. He
Good.
did pay.
Did you guys play games?
No, we didn't do. We just sat at the bar. I only got one drink. By the time I got there, he already had ordered his, and I think he had one more, but I only had one drink.
Y'all didn't eat? This ain't no damn date.
I wasn't hungry.
I wouldn't be hungry either, looking at aggressive teeth all night. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Dating horror story for me. Oh, I remember. So this was the first and only time I went out with a white guy.
Oh,
yeah, I was 25.
Okay.
And we went to this Creole restaurant called Harold and Bells. It's very popular here in LA.
It is.
And so he picked it, and like prior to the date, he would make it a point to let me know like he was up on Black culture. So
let me get my drink, honey. Oh my God.
So like, and you know, I'm 25 at the time, so I'm just like, oh, okay, he was cute, and I was like, I've never gone out on a date with a white man, so let's carpe diem this shit. So we arrive, and he's really nice. I meet him there because I didn't want no white man know where I lived, and we get seated and we start eating, and like he's telling me all about the food and the origin story of the food. Very white man, and I'm like, oh, okay.
He doesn't think you know. The red flag.
But I'm like, not for like my whole family's from New Orleans, so you're not telling me anything. But I'm gonna let you rock. I'm gonna let you cook. So we order, and like not even 10 minutes into the meal, I hear a large rumbling. And I knew it wasn't my stomach.
Oh.
I knew it wasn't my stomach, but
some expungication going on.
Hit a spongication?
Expungicate, yeah. Farting.
He wasn't expungicating. Where did you get that word from?
My dad, that's what he says.
We need an episode to shit our dad says. So he didn't expungicate, but his stomach definitely entered the chat, right? So I'm hearing these large rumbles, and at the first one, I kind of ignored it. Like, okay, maybe I didn't hear what I thought I heard. It's a restaurant, it's busy. But then I heard an even louder one. And
that white man was hungry.
Well, he was already eating.
Oh, did he have the BG? Too much seasoning.
Too much. It was too much.
Oh, no.
So the third one is loud. He grabs his stomach like, oh, my God. And he hightails it to the bathroom.
He sharted.
I didn't even want to look to see. So I'm like, okay, I'm sitting there. He's holding his butt, running to the bathroom.
Oh, no.
At Harold and Bells. Mind you, he's like the only white man there.
Everybody looking at him.
Everybody looking at me. Like, what is
looking
happening?
at him and then looking at you.
So then he spends a good 45 minutes in the bathroom.
No, ma'am. Oh, my God.
And I'm like...
You didn't send a waiter to go check on him?
No.
He might have fell
I was
in.
eating my food. It was good. I ordered the crab scampi, bitch. That shit was great. Shit, was like a $40 plate. I'm eating that. He'll be fine. This is a first date. I mean, how invested am I? So 45 minutes later, he emerges.
He didn't just leave. I don't know that I would have came.
No, he emerges.
Oh my God.
And he's like, he looks like he just came from like war.
He looked like
he just
he
came
looked like he needed some baby wipes.
No, I don't know. He looked like he just came from battle, and he was war torn and tattered. Okay, so I'm sitting there, and by this time,
You're almost finished.
No, I am finished. My food is in a box. And I told them the box is too, because he only took like 3 or 4 bites. Shit, if
Well, he didn't
I would
need
take
it.
I
Yeah.
was 24. I was 25 and hungry, so I packed his shit too. Shit. And he was like, "I'm so sorry, Maya. Like this food is it's too rich." I said,
But
"It's
he
too
gave you the history of the Louisiana cuisine.
of the Louisiana Purchase and everything." And I'm like, "You didn't think they used real butter? I'm so sorry. Like, you were the one giving me the ingredients, and I'm just listening and yeah. So
Oh, wow.
he paid for his bathroom visit, and we went to go get the car, and it was a good time, but I never spoke to him again. And I never dated another white man.
So it was a mutual understanding? Like,
I
he
think
never
was
reached
too
out
embarrassed.
again? Yeah.
And like, I saw
As
him.
he should be.
I saw him maybe like a year later with another black girl at an all-black event.
Oh.
So I think he had like a fetish
Like
thing
a
going.
accessory.
But he didn't wave at me, and I did not wave at shitty draws.
Mm-hmm.
So that yeah. And I think like it's important to keep your cool, because I could have really like, you been in that bathroom 45 minutes. But honey, I let him do his thing.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to do that on first dates too, because what's the investment level? Like,
Right.
we don't need to be sending waiters. I mean, if he would have been in there another like 15 minutes, I may have sent somebody, but
Not just another
I kinda
15. An
knew
hour would have did it for you. Like, oh my God.
because I
Let's
knew
send
what
help.
time it was. I heard his stomach. His stomach was telling us what he got 3 warning shots.
Damn.
And he had to go. So, alrighty. So we've talked about like bad first dates. What are some good first dates?
So my last relationship I was in, the first date was magical. It really was. We Ubered
I love a
to
good
Venice
Uber.
Beach, and we went to this speakeasy.
Mm.
It was a vibe. It was a good time. We just vibed, getting to know each other and stuff. It was just a good. And then after we went to the speakeasy, we went to go get something to eat. It was in the vicinity, but I can't remember where it was. But that's when we really knew, okay, we're gonna do this again. And then we ended up getting in a relationship together.
Oh, I love that. So what, did you feel like a butterfly in your puss? How did you know?
It wasn't even, it was just getting to know each other and liking what we had to say. You know, like, it wasn't even like a sexual, obviously yes, but that wasn't the main thing, and that wasn't in the foreground, something, you know, that wasn't there. It was our vibes and what we talked about, and yeah, like friends that had known each other forever. It was like that type of conversation.
Okay.
Mhm.
In the last few months, I've gone on a really good first date with a friend, and so I have gone on dates with this
Feel
person.
great the last few months. Mine, I'm talking about something that happened in 2016. I feel great.
Y'all, we got to get Auntie Nikki on a date, y'all. Like, for real, you're going to have the
almost 2
nieces and the
years ago.
nephews DMing their uncles. Contact to
I support that.
the Dope Ass Auntie podcast. If you have an eligible
Let's light 'em up.
bachelor, okay, we need you to DM the picture and their stats. And by stats, we mean career, status, like single, divorced,
Yes.
number of children, number of children's mothers,
Hobbies.
We don't.
Yeah, I want to know what you like to do.
Well, how would the niece know that?
She know what the uncle likes to do.
Okay, well,
Or he
get
knows
that.
what his uncle likes to
Hobbies.
do. They might do it together.
Okay, hobbies. What else you need to know, ma'am?
I'll find out the rest on my own.
Oh, good, great. So please send that to the Dope Ass Aunties podcast.
No, Dope Ass Aunties _podcast.
Don't forget the underscore.
On IG.
So recently went on a nice first date, and I think what made it nice is he planned a lot of stuff. I love when a man
Takes charge.
can
Takes
plan,
control.
and I didn't have to worry about anything, and it was like multi thing. It was multi. So like we Ubered. I love a good Uber because that means I can get footloose and fancy free. Arrived, went to the dinner. It was in the same place. This place called Level 8.
Never heard of it.
It's at the Moxie downtown LA.
Is it on a top floor or something? Yeah, okay.
So we got there, had drinks at the little carousel bar first, then went to eat. Then they have like a live entertainment room where we like saw this great band playing all kind of fun shit.
This day was a lot of hours.
Yeah. It was a marathon.
Okay.
And then on the same premises, they have like a club. So we went to this like nightclub. And then we went back to the live music, and then we left. But it was really, and the food was really freaking good. It was like sushi and Pan Asian, but it was really good. So that was a good date. It was nice to just show up and be cute and be fine and have my titties out and have a good time.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah, and we went out on a few dates after, and then we didn't.
Oh no, what happened?
We just didn't.
Oh. Did you guys have sex?
We've had sex before. So yeah. And we've had sex before. I just think that
Did you have sex on that first date? Because that sounded magical. They was like
no.
Oh, okay. All right.
We did not. I think I just wanted to just be in that energy from the first date, and I feel like, okay, now sex, and now I'm spending the night, and
Are you against having sex on the first date?
I am absolutely not against having sex on the first date. I am absolutely not against it. But I'm also okay if people decide not to. And I just think it depends on the first date, because sometimes it could be like somebody you're friends with. So we're friends and we've never had sex, and now we want to, but we've gotten to know each other. We've been friends for a year, and now, we want to explore something romantic. I think that's a little different than somebody you just met. But I support that too. Just please wear condoms. But I do support ownership.
Safety first.
Safety always. And so it's just different. And I think also too, it depends on like, what do you want the outcome to be of this first date? Like, all right, is this a first date and you want it to be more than sex? Because a lot of times once you introduce sex so early, it's hard not to get sex off the menu. And I have experienced, because I don't want to just put this out there like I'm some kind of, expert in this, or an expert in this, but like sometimes men, the more you have sex, I feel, or I've seen where their interest starts to decrease, and for women it starts to increase, right? So where at first without the sex is this, the man is here and the women, I don't know you that well, I'm getting to know you, and then you guys get to a point where it's like, okay, boom, let's do it, and then I think it does this.
Yeah.
And then that's why you have stalkers and people keying your car, and
Wait, are these females that are keying the car and stalking?
Sometimes they are the ones who tend to exhibit that type of behavior. Once a man starts to not see them as what they first saw them as.
It could also be the man, though. Men crazy, too.
Oh, no. No, I support that 1,000,000%. But in more times than not, it's like you meet a guy, you guys are vibing, he's doing all the great things in the beginning, and then you introduce sex, and then
you open them legs.
And then now it's like the tables kind of turn a little. So just be careful for that. I would say like have sex when you feel comfortable having sex. And that could be the first date, the third date, the first hour, the 30th hour. I don't know. But feel comfortable, but just also be realistic about it too. And be realistic about the expectations and communicate that. It's important to talk about that. No matter like what point you have sex, shit, you still should talk about
communication.
Okay, so what's the expectation now that we know each other more intimately? I'm gonna want this dick again,
right?
Maybe regularly. More than you, because sexual peak is real, and mama be horny. So let's talk about this. So, okay, now let's go on to some auntie advice, and it comes from California Dreamin'. Did I say that right?
Yes.
And
California Dreamin'.
And what does California Dreamin' want to know?
Is the man paying for the date still a thing? I think it is. I hope chivalry is not dead.
If you are traditional, like if you have traditional cisgender participants, I think that it can still be a thing, yes, because the dates I go on now, the man pays. But this is a traditional cisgendered
Okay,
thing.
who's pursuing? Who's pursuing who? Because if the female is pursuing the man, and you know what I'm saying, I think maybe the female should pay. I don't think, or yeah.
I think you could pursue a man and he still needs to pay for it. Because I need to see the initial investment. Like, it's okay for me to flirt. It's okay for me to even ask for his number. But I'm not going to be the one driving the conversations.
So
I'm
you're
not
not
going to
gonna be
be.
the one saying, "Let's go out, let's do something."
But even if I do say that,
he gonna pay.
yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, at least the first like 2 or 3 dates. Yes, absolutely. Now, if we've already established that, like, I don't mind paying for a date or
I
two.
get it,
You know
sister,
what I'm
because I know
saying?
you're a giver, so
I
I
am.
get that you have to
So
set these boundaries.
I
I
do
do.
because what I don't want for my nieces or my nephews who are in positions too, because you know we love everybody here. What I don't want is for someone to be in the habit of trying to prove that they're worth dating because they are always paying.
Mm-hmm.
So it needs to be a mutual investment. And I think the masculine energy, whatever that looks like for you, should be the one who does pursue.
Mm-hmm.
But you could still make yourself available. Like I have no problem going up to someone. Oh, you're
Because, honey,
very
have you
handsome.
seen that video of that girl proposing to that man in
No,
the
no,
mall? She
we're
got
not.
on her knee. I'm sorry. You know how I go laugh.
I know. I don't
I
even know how we
spiral.
got there.
Okay.
But no, like I just think that it is still a thing. It just depends on your situation. And it's nothing wrong if the girl wants to take the guy out. It's nothing wrong with that either. But just be sure that he's equally interested in you and he's not just looking for something free. And I would say the same to a guy. Be sure that she's actually interested in you and she's just not looking for a free meal. So, is it a thing? Maybe, maybe not. What do you think the man should pay?
Well, yes, I do, definitely. But I know that there might be some type of circumstance where the female wants to, do something
Do
nice.
that on the 4th date.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Got it.
I normally do a 3 to 4 date ratio. So for every 3 to 4, I'll get one, things like that.
Okay. I like that ratio.
But that's just but now we have different types of dynamics too, where maybe they're trans, maybe it's 2 women, 2 feminine women. So who's paying? So in those cases where it's not traditional,
that's above
I
me.
think
I don't know.
I do. In those cases where it's not traditional, I think whoever asks should pay. Does that make sense? Whoever asked that
That's
person
who's
out.
pursuing. That is what I said. Whoever is pursuing the other person, whether. Why am I getting a double
I'm
blank?
thinking.
Oh,
I'm thinking.
okay. Well,
Whoever is
I'm right.
pursuing.
That's just what you said.
In traditional
in a different
cases,
way.
though, in traditional cases where it's just traditional man, woman, I still think if the woman asks the guy, he should still pay. But in cases where it's not clearly defined gender roles and it's not traditional, then whoever asks should pay. Does that make sense? Because what if it's a situation where it's 2 feminine men?
Yeah, whoever's pursuing the other one.
But if it's a case where it's a man and a woman and the woman is quote unquote pursuing or the woman asked the man out, if it's the first 1, 2, or 3 dates, I think he should pay.
Okay. I guess so. I just feel like if you're a female pursuing a man, that's a red flag. But I also
But we don't
feel like,
judge.
yes.
But we judge.
I don't know. I do think that it is nice to show a man a good time.
I
because
agree.
how often do they experience that? As of now, I don't get it twisted, because I do feel like a male should pay 90
The masculine
yes,
person or whoever.
yes, should pay. But once or twice, just like surprising.
I agree, but I don't think it should be the first date.
Okay.
I agree 1,000,000%. Like, yes, I love tricking on it. Like,
if you got it.
I love doing shit like that. Like, okay, it's my turn to plan. I love when it's my turn to plan the date.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's so easy to get wrapped up into other things when you're always the one planning out the gate. The first date you plan.
I don't have the capacity.
You'll get in the habit of always planning, and I need to see how he leads. And I can't see that if I'm leading for me, but I also am seeking a traditional cisgender type of relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I was seeking some new age shit where, somebody identifies as a man, but they were not born a man, and if it's something like that, I could see where it could get
It's called
confusing.
assigned gender.
Thank you. I could see where it could get a bit confusing because it's not traditional.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yes, I think it is a thing. It just depends.
Got it.
And you think
it makes sense.
Okay. All right. So we talked about our good times, our bad times. We gave some advice. Most expensive date you've ever been on?
Oh no. I would say the Vegas excursion on with the balcony and such. That was the most expensive.
That was a time, huh?
It was a time. Something tells me your most expensive one is getting a stamp in your passport or some shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I want to be like you when I grow up.
You are.
Auntie Yaya.
No, it was though, and it was it was fun though, but it was, and it was short-lived. But
oh dear.
It's okay.
But a good time.
It was
you
a
were
good
there
time.
for a good time, not a long time. Okay.
And a good time was it.
Okay, I love that.
A good time was it.
I love that.
No, but we're still cool. But we just decided a relationship just wasn't in the cards for us. But Mexico was lit.
Okay.
Mexico
is always lit.
I love freaking Mexico. I think
too.
I'm about to become a citizen. Depends on what 2025 brings.
Have you been to the La Bufadora?
No, it sounds fancy and it sounds like a place I need to be. So
it's
tell us more.
It's the blowhole. It's only 3 in the world, and Ensenada has one of them.
A blowhole?
Yes. And at this blowhole, they sell these magical clams. It has like cheese and pico de gallo on it, and they grill it. It's great.
This doesn't sound like a real place.
It is. We should go.
To the blowhole?
Yes.
We could drive to Ensenada, no?
Mm-hmm.
Auntie road trip.
Yes.
We were just talking about taking more adventures.
For sure.
What if we find men at the blowhole?
There were men at the blowhole, but I think they were with women. It's like a family-oriented.
But we're going to just be aunties together and get blown on?
Experience.
Is it like a geyser? Is it like the geyser?
So it's where the waves meet the rocks and like
it creates a vacuum thingy.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanna go see that thing. I wanna see that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, where can they find us, Nicole?
At dopeassaunties_podcast on IG.
Yes, and if you also want some advice from us, you can DM us at the same place.
Yes, dopeassaunties_podcast
on IG, and don't forget to send your uncles for
my
Auntie
way.
Nicole.
Shawty, won't you swing my
She wants
way?
to know those hobbies. But she does.
Why are you against the hobbies?
Girl, I think it's useless. It's nice to know them, but it don't mean shit.
You know that man that slaps that monstera plant like it's ass? If a man has a hobby of taking care of plants, I want to know that because
but he could still
that
be
means you might be literally for me.
Yeah, but he could still be a serial killer.
Why are serial killers trying to date me? Oh no.
Because you're fine, bitch.
Now I'm scared.
That's what I'm saying. You could tell her the hobbies, but we need to figure out more.
Our nieces and nephews are sending me serial killers?
They may not know.
New fear unlocked.
Thank y'all for tuning in. We truly appreciate your time. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.